way you can beat us, you can cheat us, you can put us in jail. But here's your nightmare that will never fail. Like it or not, we're gonna have our part, and that's sometimes all we got.
Are you?
Ready, that is.
It's time for a special edition of Albuquerque's finest homegrown entertainment.
Hemp TV.
I'm your toasted hostess, Cindy Ham.
And I'm your kind host, Matt.
And we would like to welcome you to our special Voters Edition.
Yes, because voting is very important, and, well, let's face it, it's pretty much the biggest right we have to actually express.
Well, not only is it important, but our country was established on a system of checks and balances. So participation in this system is going to be what keeps it in balance and in check.
Yeah, and if we're not actually paying attention, we get into situations like, well, the situation we're in today. I mean,
exactly.
There's not a single person out there today that's not complaining about the state of the economy, the state of the job systems. There's not a single person out there that's not complaining about, well, you name it, we got problems right now.
Well, and a lot of those complaints even go towards the amount of candidates and the types of candidates. For instance, did you know, and you probably do, but did you know that our former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson is going to be on the ballot in all 50 states for President of the United States?
Yeah, he is our Libertarian candidate, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and most people don't know about it. Why? Because beforehand he was trying to get in as a Republican, and they weren't letting him. He didn't show. It wasn't that he didn't show up to any of the debates. No, he couldn't get invited to any of the debates. He requested to get permission to show up to the debates. They wouldn't let him come down to join Adam, so he had to go and become a Libertarian instead, so that way he'd have a chance.
Well, and I'm not saying that he's your only other choice other than the Democrat or Republican candidates.
Yeah.
There are many other choices out there, and you should do your homework and find the candidate that suits you best. And part of doing that homework is getting registered to vote.
That's the most important thing. The deadline is actually coming up here very soon to be able to be registered for this actual upcoming election.
I think if you want to vote on this president, you have to be registered by October 9th. I believe that's the deadline. However, if you would like to contact the Albuquerque-Bernalillo County Clerk's Office, they can help you with voter registration. And their phone number is 468-1291. Again, get your pens and paper out, you know. Oh, and something to write on. That's 468-1291. Now they're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So the county clerk's office can either give you directions there so that you can go and fill one out, or they can mail one directly to your home. It takes about 24 hours if you're in the city limits, and then you fill out the paperwork, send it back the next day. So, you know, it takes a couple of days to get it done.
It's a very simple process, and the form is so simple. I mean, you can actually register to vote without having to put any pants on.
Exactly.
It doesn't get any easier than that.
Not only that, but you as a taxpayer already pay for the return postage. So they'll pay for the postage to you, and they'll pay for the postage back. So it is extremely easy and very, very important that you register to vote. Yeah. There are so many unregistered voters that
it's terrible.
It's kind of disgusting. But if you all got registered and participated in this election, all those polls that they've been doing could really be thrown out of whack.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially because of the fact that they're only county registered voters, and they're going on a very vague polling system. Very vague. So that way they can make sure that everything falls into the simple black and white categories. So that way they don't have any others to have to write in. They don't like having to put those in.
Well, and thankfully Gary Johnson won't be a write-in, but he's the only other one other than the Republican or Democrat candidates that will be on the ballot. The rest of them, if you wanted to vote for a different candidate, you would have to write that person in.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you do pick somebody like that, make sure that when you go to vote, that you have the correct spelling of their name.
Yeah.
Because that'll make a big difference, too.
And it is one of those things, I mean, if you have a choice that you think, you know, this person really needs to be on the ballot, this is the person I'm going to vote for no matter what, Another thing to take a look at is there's actually a website available on the web that'll actually show you the current statuses of all the possible candidates, whether they've withdrawn, who they were supposed to be running under. It gives you some information about their ideals, and it even links you to their site. So, you know, if you don't know anything about Romney, if you're wondering who is Paul Ryan, who is Barack Obama, after 4 years you have no idea. Well, you can actually go over to this website, actually click on the More Info button, and it'll take you to their actual page.
Cool.
So you can sit there and read about what they're actually advertising their ideals as.
What website is that again?
I'm not exactly sure what the exact website address is.
It?
Yeah, actually I Googled it, and what I'll do is I'll actually post it up on the video.
All right.
Yeah, so expect it to appear about right here.
There you go. That's the way to do it. And let me give you that phone number to the voter registration in Bernalillo County again. That's 468-1291. And they're open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. If you do live in the Albuquerque area, get registered to vote. If you live someplace else, please get registered to vote. Okay,
yes, you need to be registered.
If you're living in the United States, I would think that registering to vote is more important than paying taxes. Yeah. And you can get in a lot of trouble for not paying taxes. Although I don't want to see people getting in trouble for not voting or not participating.
East Coast, West Coast, Midwest too. Everybody's smoking it. It's nothing new. They're toking their joints and lighting up their pipes. In spite of what you say, they had the time of their lives. We'd go to Holland if we had the cash and lay a bundle on some fancy hash. So like it or not, we're gonna have our pot. Oh, play it a little bit for me, son. I think I'll just go soak up a little bit here. Well, the DEA is working overtime, but on the street you can get it anytime. Makes you mellow, makes the mood sublime. So please explain to me why freedom is a crime. Mr. Politician, better learn today. We don't give a damn about what you say, 'cause like it or not, we're gonna have our pot. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it. Like it or not, we're gonna have our pot.